Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Perla and I'm very excited that you guys are watching this. This is actually my first YouTube video. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to etch on glass, and the final result is going to look something like this. I am using a vinyl stencil to create these designs. I put Mr. and Mrs. Villalobos on them. But you guys can pretty much create any design that you want using your Cricut or your Silhouette. If you don't have any of those cutting machines, I know that some Etsy stores do sell vinyl stencils already made. So check those out if you don't have a Cricut or a Silhouette to cut the stencil with. Another thing that you're going to need, of course, is your vinyl. I am using the Cricut brand. Some transfer tape. I'm using the Cricut brand as well. Some alcohol and a paper towel to clean the surface of your glass. And you will, of course, need your etching cream. I am using Armor Etch. I got this one from Amazon, but I do suggest buying it from a craft store like Michael's, Joann's, or Hobby Lobby, because they do usually have like a 40% discount code and you can get it at a discounted price. And lastly, you will need a brush. I like to use a flat brush. I feel like it makes it easier to spread the etching cream once you're putting out the glass. So these are the things that you will need to create these beautiful glasses. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. The first thing we are going to do once you have your vinyl cut with your Cricut or your Silhouette is you're going to weed away all of the parts that you would normally keep. This is going to give you the outline of the design that you're going to etch onto your glass surface. And when you're weeding this, please be careful, take your time, because sometimes the little details can get stuck to the remaining of the vinyl, and we want to make sure that we keep all of those little details inside of the letters. Once you are done with your first stencil, just repeat the same steps on the next one. The next step is to add transfer tape to the stencil. It's super simple. All you do is remove the transfer tape from the backing, add it on top of your stencil. You can smooth it out with a scraper or your fingers. I decided to use my fingers because it was easier for me, but definitely use transfer tape. You do not want to transfer the stencil by itself. You will just ruin your stencil and you will be very sad. After you are done putting the transfer tape on your stencil, the next step is going to be to clean the glass surface with some alcohol. This is very important because we want to make sure that we don't have any dust particles or oils from our skin to get in the way of the etching cream. After you are done cleaning your glass surface with the alcohol, what you're going to do next is to add your stencil to your glass. This is very easy. Just remove your stencil from the backing and find the perfect spot where you want your design to go. After you put your stencil on the glass, what you're going to do next is just smooth it out to make sure that we get rid of all those little bubbles. You can use your fingers or you can use a scraper. I decided to use my fingers again. But once you are done smoothing it out, you will just remove the transfer tape. When you are doing this, please be careful, because sometimes we can get those little details inside of the letters to peel with the transfer tape, and we want to make sure that they get stuck to the glass. Once you're done removing the transfer tape from the first glass, you're going to repeat the same steps for the next one. I am actually reusing the transfer tape that I used for the first one. The Cricut brand is really good. You can actually reuse it a couple of times and it works wonders. After you're done removing the transfer tape, what you're going to do next is add your etching cream. Using your brush, just spread it out evenly and making sure that you do cover every letter. And you guys, a little bit does go a long way. You do not need to add a lot. Once you're done applying etching cream to the first cup, just repeat the same steps to the next one. And at the end, when you are done with both, leave them sitting for at least 30 minutes before you go up to the next step. After you are done applying your etching cream to the glass, what you want to do is leave it on there for at least 30 minutes. And then after that, what you're going to do is just rinse your cup and make sure that you get rid of all of the etching cream. You do not want to have any etching cream behind it once you take your stencil off. After you are done rinsing your cups and removing all of the etching cream, go ahead and remove the stencil from your glass. And sometimes the little details inside of the letters will not want to peel, but just go ahead and use your fingers or a weighting tool to make it easier. But this is going to be the final result. You guys, it only took me about 40 minutes to complete these. But if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.